Good morning. How are you? Welcome to the Greatness Center. About to start. This is our second message for you. The Greatness Center is a concept that I started years ago and walked away from because it became so successful so quickly. And because of the fear of success, I didn't do it. I got someone else to do it. I walked away because I didn't feel that I was good enough to handle it. And I had a revelation the other day, last week, in fact. Go back and get it and do this. And I could hear Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe, saying, don't take the Greatness Center to the cemetery. Rob the cemetery of the Greatness Center. So here I am. I want you to like this page and share it. Like it and share it to as many people as possible. And I want you to get pen and paper. I'm going to share a message with you that will have great value for you. A message that I feel that as you look at it and you begin to move and act on it, and a series of things that we're going to bring to you, it's going to make a dramatic difference in your life. The Greatness Center is an organization that I came up with a concept to help people to tap into the greatness that they have within, to do more, to have more, to volunteer, to impact and help those who are helpless and hopeless, and be a voice for those who are voiceless. And also to help people to begin to focus their minds, to organize their thinking, and to overcome the challenges that life invariably will throw at all of us. So I want you to like this page and share it. It's a different approach than what you will get having a sermon from church. It's a different thing. This is not a sermon. This is a lesson from somebody who's been on the planet for 75 years. I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two. So I want you to like this page and share it. I'll be here every Sunday morning and giving you a message. You know, my message this morning, commit thy works. I was talking to a friend who's been going through a lot of stuff on her job. And she spent a lot of energy and time talking about all the unfair things they were doing to her. And then I asked her a question. I said, you're telling me what they're doing to you, how they're working against you, how you got so sick on the job, you had to go to the hospital. I want to ask you something. What are you working on? And she said, what do you mean? What are you working on? And so she was working on how to respond to the complaints that they had filed against her. And I asked, what else? And she said, nothing. I want you to write this down. Work on a solution for you in your life. There are a lot of people who feel hopeless and helpless and say, well, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. Guess what? You are the light. Work on some solutions that work you out of where you are to where you want to be, because you got it like that. You have the ability to do that. And here's what allows you to do that. First, program your mind. This is no time not to be actively involved in being a student of self-development. Actively program your mind. Over 5,000 hits are taking place every day by advertisers for mind space, programming us to buy things, leading us and controlling us and hypnotizing us with algorithms on the computer and on our cell phone. So this place where we are, between this and the computer, you have to have a strategy to program your own mind. Because if you don't, it's going to be programmed. And in many cases, you're not even aware. They did a study of subliminal advertising. At one point, it was not allowed, but now it is. And what they did was they ran an advertising message on the screen in the theater that people could not see with a conscious mind, but they can see in the subconscious mind. And it said, it's time to go get popcorn. And people, while the movie was going on, over 45% got up and went and purchased popcorn. Subliminal messages are everywhere. So we have to monitor what's coming into our mind. And when you are proactive, when you take time to unplug from life, from all the noise and the distractions and the craziness that's out here, and you focus on you, why is that important, Les? It allows you to think. It allows you to develop the courage to make decisions that's in your best interest. The reason that my friend is just caught up in defending herself on this job that they're making her life a living hell is because she doesn't believe in herself. You need to feed your faith, and man's belief in God is measured by his belief in himself. You've got to keep the faith. You got to believe in yourself today. It requires mental toughness. Like this page and share it. You got to be strong today. The suicide rate is soaring. And for our children, you got to create an environment in your car, in your home, where you're listening to things that will feed your faith and your courage and your determination and your perseverance. This is no time for just feeding your mind entertainment. That won't help you. Watching other people live their dreams, that won't help you. Watching something that will give you an emotional catharsis, that won't help you. You want to watch things that can help you. I'm overcoming. I'm watching my words, and I want you to do this too. Watch your words. I'm overcoming 4th stage cancer. So I watch things that feed my faith and not my fears. I watch things that make me feel good, that strengthen my immune system. I watch things that give me a level of determination that I'm still kicking cancer's butt after 29 years. If you don't feed your faith, your determination, and your drive, you become lethargic, confused. You're just going through the motion. You're just surviving. You're working on somebody else's agenda because you don't have an agenda for your own life, because you don't have the clarity of mind to create something that's you. So take the time, just like you're doing right now, to continue that, to feed your mind good thoughts, things that inspire you, things that uplift you, things that empower you. Here's something else. And I ask, what are you working on? And truth of the matter, she wasn't working on anything but a defense. She's trying to be defensive. I said, you got to go to offense. Learn something new. Learn how to make money with what you know. A new way to make money with your knowledge, your abilities, your skills. Find something that you want to master. That's the calling on your life, something that you will master that will make you stand out. This is a different time that we're in right now. This is an incredible time. The coronavirus eliminating millions of jobs. So guess what? Millions of jobs are being created because of those millions of jobs that have been eliminated. And some of them got your name on it. This computer, it gives you options. It gives you choices. Find at least 3 things that's your superpower, 3 things that you would enjoy doing and make money too. I love to speak. That's a money center. I love to help people. That's a money center. I love to train people. That's a money center. Those are three things that I do. And I'm an author. You have some other talents and abilities and skills that are lying dormant. It's time to pull them out. Why? You are the most reliable person in your life. I'm telling you, don't count on the government. Oh my God, I just hope they just hurry up and get this relief package passed. No, you want to be so busy doing your greater work. So if a check comes from a relief package, it's a bonus check for you because you've used your talents, abilities, and skills to uncover some abilities that you have to begin to make money on your own terms and don't have to deal with the politics and the stress and pressure on the job. After 6 o'clock on Sunday, people start stressing out, and she confirmed that. Stressing out, getting ready to get in the mindset to go to a job that's not them. And the heart attack rate increases on Monday morning by 35%. People getting ready for jobs that they hate, and most of them die on the toilet. She said, listen to this, and we didn't even have this conversation. She said when she was so stressed out, getting ready to go to work, getting in the mindset on Monday, she asked to change her schedule so she can work Tuesday through Friday, working 4 days a week, and increased her hours and took Monday off. And she didn't even know the statistics, but she knew how it impacted her. I said, but let me ask you something now. You're between a dream, your health, and a job. You are trying to survive in a very toxic environment. So now, and I want you to ask this question if you're in the same situation. What is it going to cost you? You say, well, I'll get a higher retirement. Okay. How much is your health worth? I talked to a friend of mine just yesterday, working on a job that's not her. She's had 2 strokes. And while she's off recovering from the strokes, they have somebody else in there. This is a time for you to do the greater work. You know what the greater work is? Taking care of you. Charity begins at home. Having a game plan for yourself. Asking yourself the question, if you were on the stock market and people were looking for stock to invest in, would they invest in you? Would people look at you and say, based upon her skills, her knowledge, her abilities, and what she's done, what she's achieved, based upon the kind of life that he's been living and what he knows and what the profitability would be, that's a good investment. Most people don't think in terms of increasing their value. You don't get paid by the hour. You get paid for the value you bring to the hour. Like this page and share it. Like it and share it. And so this is not your regular Sunday morning message, but it's a message that you can use right now. So 1, actively begin to program your mind to serve you, to strengthen your courage. Why? Nothing happens until it's been initiated by courage. I didn't have the courage to continue the Greatness Center because of the fear. Sammy Davis Jr. said something. He came up during a time when there were all types of challenges and racism and systems stacked against us. He was called the greatest entertainer in the world. And he said, always there are 2 choices. Courage excuse me, fear versus commitment. Fear versus commitment. And most people, they choose fear. They choose fear and run away from their commitment to their dream, run away from their commitment to create a better life, run away. Why? Lack of courage. Be ye of good courage. And courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the willingness to act in spite of the fear. There's some things that we know right now that we should do. I'm working on the old man in me. I want you to write this down. What if? I'll tell you why. Why do I exercise? Why do I look younger at 75 than I do when I was 55? What if, as I get older, my kids say, Daddy, I know you said you don't want to go to a nursing home, that grandma didn't want to go to a nursing home, and you took care of her, and that was very nice. Daddy, we don't owe you nothing. I had one already tell me that. We didn't ask to be here. I know you don't want to go, but you got to go somewhere. We don't want to do this. What? What? Guess what? I'm exercising. Guess what? I have a program. I'm eating right. Why? Take care of the old man in me. My goal is to die young at an old age. You were so nice. You were such a wonderful son. This is Mamie Brown's baby boy. Look at you now. Having trouble getting up or feeding yourself or cleaning yourself. This is the world's smallest violin playing the world's saddest song. Oh my God. You got to ask the what if question. If you lost your job now, what if that happened? How long can you survive before it affects the quality of your life? If you're married right now, what if the person says, I don't want to do this anymore? And that's happening. The divorce rate up by 40%. What kind of game plan do you have before it affects you? What if you had an accident or got sick? What strategy do you have? It's better to have a strategy and not need it than to need it and not have it. So you've got to program your mind so that you can have the confidence, you can have the faith, you can have the determination and the drive. I'm going to make it no matter what. And that kind of mindset, you don't just run up on that, you cultivate that by stepping away from the world. Be ye not conformed to this world. Don't think like everybody else. Don't watch what everybody else is doing. Don't have a loose tongue like everybody else and not mindful of the things that you say about yourself. Be guarded about the words that you speak because your words have power. And the more energy and conviction you put in your words, the faster they manifest. A friend of mine said to me the other day, oh, he makes me sick. I said, no, you don't want that. You might want to say, I hope he gets sick. Okay, but don't say no. You don't want to claim that. Thou shalt decree a thing shall be established unto you. Those aren't just words written in a book of wisdom. No, that's real. I've sabotaged myself so many times. Oh, this is just too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. And it did. I spoke death on my own dream, on my own efforts, on my own potential. I can't do that. And didn't even try. I spoke death on it. Death in life is in the tongue. There's a reason why 99% of people fail, because they don't work on their minds and they are not vigilant about the things they say about themselves, and they're not working on the what ifs of life. And life catch them by surprise. As you think about something you want to do, develop a relationship with somebody that's doing it so you can learn from them, so it can shorten your learning curve. Because you don't know that you don't know. I see so many people, oh, Mr. Brown, I already speak. I get so many compliments on my speaking skills. I'm a great speaker. Compliments from untrained eyes. And you say you're a great speaker? My mother said, self-praise brings no recommendation. Are you going to pay yourself to speak to you? Get around somebody that's doing it on the level that you want to do it, and invest in yourself, because you are the power. Don't worry about trying to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the light of the world. You are the light that allows you to lead yourself through the tunnels of despair. You have greatness in you. You can do more than you can ever begin to imagine. In this place where we are, it's going to call for everything in you. Therefore, take unto you the whole armor, everything in you. You have over 70 million people who don't want to see you make it, who want to put things in place to hold you down. We're here because of God's grace and mercy. And we have to position ourselves to create a better future for our children and our children's children. We have to think in terms of legacy. So many unpredictable things are taking place. Think in terms of doing something that's you. Somebody can sneeze on you and you're out of here. Now, a lot of people don't take that seriously, but hopefully you do. And so as you look at yourself, ask yourself, is the life that you're now living, is it you? Why, Les? Because you can change it. You've been given authority and dominion over everything on the face of the earth. But nothing works until you work. You've got to decide, I want something different for myself. That's how I got into motivational speaking. I got tired of somebody telling me what time to be there, how long I had on a lunch break, had to ask for permission. I'm a grown man. Ask for permission when I can go on vacation. And when I followed all the rules, he said, you can't go. I did what you told me. I gave you 2 weeks, 3-week notice. You can't go. If you go, you won't have a job when you get back. Why are you doing this to me? Because I can. Whoa. Whoa. In that moment, it was the birth of an entrepreneur in me. In that moment, I said, this will never happen to me again. In that moment, I faced myself in the mirror. You've got a jerk signing your paycheck. In that moment, I started thinking about how I could use my talents, my abilities, my skills, my voice, my story, the things that I know, the things that I've learned to create my own environment, my own job. You got that in you. And you can't be casual about it. You notice how intense I am? Why? Because if you're casual about your dream will end up a casualty. Because there are hurdles to overcome. There's resistance. There are things that's going to get in the way. There'll be efforts by people to sabotage you. Think it not strange that you face the fiery furnaces of this world. You will, not you might, you will have tribulations. Stuff's going to happen. And you deserve the best. And you've got to be willing to dig in and fight for it. Do you really want it? I remember Martha Jean, the Queen out of Detroit, and she asked the question, do you really want to win? Do you really? See, most people don't really want to win. It takes heart. It takes hard. That's why find something you love. Because you've got to be willing to put in the time and not look at the clock. You've got to be willing to get up in the morning and don't need an alarm clock. You've got to be willing to do the work and don't even know how long you've been working. But if you're doing something just for the money and things don't work out, you will quit. You'll say, no, I can't do this. It's not worth it. That's why you have to live my new book called You've Got to Be Hungry. And the H stands for a heart-centered life. What's in your heart? Where your heart is, there your treasure is also. This is no time. Listen to me. This is no time to depend on the government. No. You know this? Depend on you. Start creating something that's you. Now, I'm not saying run out and quit your job. No. But create a game plan that you can start using your talents and abilities and skills to earn money until it eclipses what you're now earning. Now, if you've already been fired, create a game plan to carve out time every day that you're going to learn something that you love, and that you can monetize it. That's where we are. That's what time it is. As young folks say, stay woke. Yeah. When you lose your job, you don't get any sleep. Nobody have to tell you stay woke. The bills will keep you up. Hey, are you nodding on me? No. Yeah, I think I saw you nod. No. I'm awake. I'm woke. Oh my God. This thing called life. It's more than a notion. Have a strategy for you. Do the things that can keep you mentally and emotionally and spiritually strong. Take a minimum of 3 times a day that you get quiet, a minimum of 3 times a day, 30 minutes. Speak, Lord. Thy servant heareth thee. I thank you for your peace that passeth all human understanding. I thank you for eliminating worry and stress from my life. I come to you now in silence with a clean slate. Sometimes we get so caught up in the rat race, we don't take the time to get still. See 3 times a day your God moments where you get quiet. Prayer is opening up your mind and making it a trap for the thoughts of God. Let me repeat that to you. You ought to write that down. Prayer is, and I love this definition, Michael Kelly. Prayer is opening up your mind to become a trap for the thoughts of God. Allow him to speak to you. I'm so glad I listened. You got a voice. I'm so glad I listened. You got a story. I'm so glad I listened. Ask for help, not because you're weak, but because you want to remain strong. And ask for help and don't stop until you get it. I was telling my son today, I said, you think I'm here by accident? Do you know what odds I had to overcome to be where I am? A global voice, don't even know my parents' name, labeled educable, mentally retarded, and changed millions of lives around the world. You think this is some accident? No, this is intentional. I worked on this. That's why this message is commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. Yes, it will. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. I'm here because of his grace and mercy. Do what you can. God will do what you can. I'm a witness. I knew this to be true. Here's something else. Become a part of a community of like-minded people. Don't try and do this thing by yourself. You want to get into a community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships. Let me say this. People that you can work with, collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships. And that's not always family. They're probably the last people you want to work with. You might not know them now. You want to be on a talent hunt and look for people who have integrity, people who have resources, people who have knowledge and abilities that you don't have. You got to look at the relationships that you do have right now and ask the question, what is this relationship doing to me? I had to do that because you earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. Let me tell you something. When I found that out, I got all the broke people out of my life. You got to upgrade your relationships. Why, Les? Because people rub off on you, like it or not. They rub off on you. Even when you're not thinking about it, they rub off on you. You'll pick up their behavior, their habits, their choices. They did a study on obesity, 26-year study. If you have a friend that's obese in another state and you're in communication with them, they will inspire you. All inspiration is not good inspiration. They will inspire you to gain extra weight just in the communication because you are the sum total of the books that you read and the people that you communicate with. That's why it's important for you to ask yourself the question, what kind of person am I becoming because of this relationship? Am I growing mentally, spiritually? Am I growing financially? Am I living the life that I want to live? Is this relationship opening up the possibilities for me? Is it a relationship that stimulates my thinking? I have a friend named Jerry Jackson. When he talks to me, I could be down in the dumps. When he talks to me, it stimulates my thinking. My thinking. When I talk to Angelica, it stimulates my thinking. You got to have people that stimulate your thinking. Lauren Hudson, Celeste Johnson, I got people that talk to me. You want to be selective of the people that you are exposed to now, because a lot of people, they don't have a clue what's going on and what to do. It's been said that 3 kinds of people: those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, that's the majority, and those who don't know what happened, that's the second majority. You want to be around people who during this time, and there are a lot of them, new innovation, new inventions, new products, new businesses are being created. You want to be around people who are making things happen, people who have positive energy. You deserve another shot. You deserve a better life. Forget your past. Forget how much money you don't have. Focus your mind. Where your focus goes, energy flows on generating the money that you want, because you can. There's never a shortage of money, just a shortage of thinking and creativeness and work and effort. It's your time. Live life like you mean it, because most people don't. They don't take life seriously. They're wasting valuable time. Did you see how many people are dying every day? Well, the number's going up. Wow. And that's it. recycling the news. But how much time are they spending each day and creating a different kind of life for themselves? That's the big question. And I'm saying to you, the only reason that you're listening to me now is because you and I are cut from the same cloth. We are branches of the same tree. The only reason that if you started at the beginning and still here now, or just accidentally came to this place now, because you and I are branches of the same tree. You know everything that I'm saying, and it's common sense, but not common practice. And I'm saying to you, spend a minimum of an hour a day feeding your mind, strengthening and fortifying your courage and your faith, clarifying your mind so you can think and be creative. Find something that you love, something that if you already know it, then master it and make yourself stand out so you can make some money off it. Yes. As John H. Johnson said, there's no defense against an excellence that meets a pressing public need. What need can be fulfilled? The greatest among you will be your servant. Your success in life is directly related to the quantity and the quality of the service that you provide. You got it like that. This is your time. Have that mindset. Carry yourself with that mindset. This is your time. This is your time. Thank you, Lord. This is my time. Blessings are coming to me right now. This is my time. Doors open that I did not see. This is my time. People coming to my aid, the right people. This is my time. You start claiming that, you activate your angels that are at the spa right now, getting pedicures and manicures, and they're getting their toes done. They're looking, wait a minute. Hey, wait, look here, you look. Google. Look at here. He's doing something different. And look at her. Uh-oh. Hey, come on, let's go down and help them out. They've been asleep for a while. You activate your angels. I believe in angels. I know my mama's been on the other side. Both of them looking out for me. I'm here because of God's grace and mercy. And those two on the other side say, you know what? We don't need him over here right now because he's going to get on our last nerve. You have something special. You have greatness in you. I want you to listen to my voice. You have something special. And I don't care if you don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just open your heart. You have greatness in you. I'm looking for a few people that want to be mentored by me. I have a program called the Power Voice System. I'd like to learn how to speak like me. I'd like to learn how to create humor and use quotes and hold an audience on the end of their seat like me. Be able to command an audience. Go online and put in Les Brown speaking in the Georgia Dome and watch me. Watch me. You'd like to be able to hold an audience like me. Put in voice. You got people out here who are teaching speaking who don't even speak, except to people who want to learn how to speak. Don't teach what you don't know. Don't lead where you don't go. I earned money speaking from major corporations. I teach you how to develop the credibility. One area that I'm going in now is teaching the speakers that I train how to get corporate engagements, get paid big money, big moolah, how to be your own boss. If you got a story, if you've gone through some stuff, let me tell you something. I heard some stories the other day. You know, sometimes you think you got a story and you hear somebody else's story, you say, "Oh my God." Ooh. And and the way I work with my speakers, I'm not gonna give the name. They tell me their story and then I work with them how to deliver the story, all right? And so God said to me, "You ain't seen nothing yet." And this person talked about when she's 14 and her father loved that she might be pregnant, took her to the hospital, and when they put her on the table, he took a gun out, put it to her head, and said, "Who is it? Who is it?" I said, "Oh my God." Wow! Let me tell you something. If I was her, I'd have peed all over that table. I'd have told Jesus. Do you say Jesus? No, I mean like that. Oh my God. I work with him, but my heart was beating. Oh my God. There's some people going through some stuff. Do you hear me? There's some crazy, mean, horrible, abusive people in this world. Hurting people. And there are a lot of hurt people. And you don't just have to hurt now. We help you work through that. We work on the messenger and then the message. That's why it's important to be in a community of collaborative, achievement-driven, supportive relationships so you can initiate internal healing. To do the greater work. That's why we're here, to do the greater work. Put voice in the comment section. If you're ready, if you are coachable, and we will vet you to screen to find out if it's a good fit. Put voice in the comment section. You have something special. This message has been brought to you by the Greatness Center. My name is Les Brown. I'm Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. And listen closely. I approve this message. Bye for now. You approve this message. You better approve it with your crazy self. You are just too happy. This should be against the law. Woo! Put voice in the comment section.